Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. Today's project is a quick one and I think it's fairly easy as well. We're going to be using up some sample swatch fabric and I want to have a new product to put in the shop to sell. So I'm thinking that by using up these reclaimed fabric pieces, having some fairly inexpensive items to sell in the shop, easy to make and quick, I'm hoping to get a few things to add to my quota and also have a quick project for you guys. So what we're going to be doing is using one piece of fabric to make two little zippered pouches that you can use to hold your coins, ID if you wanted to. The other thing you need is just some plastic as well. So we only need a very small strip of it. These are the little pouches that we'll be making today. They're made with the upholstery fabric. And as I said, you can get two out of each one. So we'll just make the two up at exactly the same time. And I'll show you also how to make it in a couple of different sizes as well. We can also do this using quilting cotton as well. So you don't just have to use upholstery fabric. Any of your scrap fabric pieces will be great for this project too. So let's get to it. Won't take long. So what I have here is one piece of fabric. This is actually going to make two little pouches. I have a piece of plastic as well, and that will also make two pouches. So I've got two swivel clips, I've got some zips, and for the rest of it here. If you have regular dress zips, you'll want two short ones, and the measurements will be up on the screen. So you can use a regular dress zip, but you'll need to have two sliders. I'm just going to be using this continuous zip. We want swivel clips and you want something for a binding. So I'm going to be using this fold over elastic binding, which is stretchy. And if you want to, you can use bias binding instead. It needs to be 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters in width, ready to be sewn. So there's this one here, which is just your regular bias binding. You would fold that one in half and stitch it in place, or you can use this fold over elastic binding and stitch it in place, up to you. And we'll also need the binding for our tabs. Each piece of fabric that I've got will make two, as I've said. I'll put the measurements up on the screen for you to make two as well. So what we can do is grab our fabric. This is such a quick, simple project. We're not even going to measure anything or, we're just not going to measure anything. So let's grab our fabric, fold it in half, and with that fabric on the fold, you'll grab your binding and we'll fold that in half. And you'll attach that to the folded edge of the fabric. Not the raw edge, the folded edge. So we'll just stitch that all the way across. Let's go do that. Okay, so I've got the folded edge here, the raw edge over this side, and I've got the right sides facing out. For this project, if you're using the vinyl or plastic coating on the outside, you're going to need to use a Teflon foot or something that's not going to allow the plastic to stick whilst you're sewing. Keep your work there. Grab the plastic, and the straight edge here is going to be fed into the binding as well. So we have both of those bound. We can cut that back, separate those, and we might as well stay over at the machine. And I've got my zipper tape here. So this long piece of fabric, I can either make one really long pouch if I like, and I'll show you that with another piece of fabric, or I can make two half pouches or half-sized pouches. I'm going to place the edge of the binding along the edge of the zip and stitch that in place. And then I flip that around. I can trim that off. And grab the plastic side, and we'll place the edge of the binding on the edge of the tape, just like we did with this side. And stitch all the way down. Okay, so there's the binding sewn on with the zip, and we've got our clear pocket and our double layer of fabric. If you're going to label these, what I ended up doing was putting my label across the back of the fabric, so this will become the back, and I put one label on each side, and I'll quickly go and do that in a minute. But what I've also done is made a second one, because I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this as two separate bags or one long one. We'll fold this in half to find the centre of the good usable fabric. And my centre marking is there. I'm just going to cut this in half. And that will be my two pouches. So my labels are in place. I'm going to grab one of these, and this will become the back of our little pouch. So we want to put our slider on, and you want to make sure the zip is nice and neat and straight at the end there. Separate the teeth. If you're using a regular zip like this and you don't want to put the sliders on and they're already on, then all you need to do is bring the slider into the center of the pouch and close up the end. So if you've just got a regular zip, bring the slider into the center, and where this is lined up at the end, stitch it closed. We're going to stitch these ends closed in a moment, but what we're going to do is fold the back fabric over, leaving the binding showing at the front, and just fold it until that binding sits at the front. Grab something with a curved edge on it, and we can mark a curve on the plastic right on the edge down to the bottom here. I've actually cut mine too long. It's like you're trying to cut these things to the right measurement and can't see where the plastic is underneath the cutting mat. So we've got both layers of upholstery fabric and the layer of plastic on top, and we're going to sew down the side, around and up the side again. So to do that again, that's to the back, fold this across, and mark where you want your curve. And for this long one, it's exactly the same. I've got the folded fabric, bring the binding over to the front, and we'll sew that as well. Once you've secured those layers in place, you're going to get your binding again, and for each pouch that you make, you're going to cut a 3-inch strip and fold it in half and stitch down both long edges. Then you'll put your swivel clip on there and attach it to the back of our bag. So that will be attached right along here. But we'll go do that at the machine. So rather than cutting 3-inch strips, I'm going to cut a 9-inch strip because I'm making 3 bags, and then I can chop it up into 3 later. So we can start at the top edge and just do a very narrow seam all the way down. Go around the curve and up the side again. I'm going to take the narrow strip, fold that in half and stitch that opening closed. And sew down the other end as well. Grab your swivel clip and feed the binding onto the end. And taking your little pouch, flip it upside down, and we'll just install that on the back of the pouch underneath the bound edges. And then we can trim everything back just to neaten it up before we put our binding on. And just push the tab out of the way. So that's looking nice and neat. We've got our tab on the back there, and you want that to sit behind. And then we can fold over the top edge of the binding and then fold that in half and attach it to the top edge of our pouch. And I like to pull it a little bit as I'm sewing. And we'll just keep on going all the way around the curves. And before I get to the end, I'll just chop off a bit extra, fold that over and sew that in as well. And before we finish up, where we've got the little tab, we're just going to fold that over to the outside and stitch that in place. And we're done. And there we have it. Very easy to make little pouches just with a square of upholstery fabric like these ones here. And really you can make them in any size at all, any scrap pieces of fabric. These ones are also done with upholstery fabric the same size. And this one here is just a piece of fabric that I had left over from the next video, and I've just used up the rest of the fabric that was in there. So, you know, you can make them in whatever sizes you like. Very, very simple. And you could easily whip up a couple of little tags with a name and address label on there, stick that inside, and you've got a luggage tag. Or what I did when I took my kids to Germany several years ago, they were only about 9 years old. I've got twins. And I didn't want to lose them, or if I did, I wanted them to have identification. So I made up these tags, put their name and address details in German on one side. On the other side, I had name and address details in English. And it proved really handy because the very first day, one of my sons actually lost his wallet and somebody called my grandmother and handed it in. So they do make great little luggage tags or personal ID tags. So I think that turned out pretty well. I'm not sure that I like them enough to have them in the shop, or at least not permanently, but I'll give it a go. That's the longer one. I think what you could also do with this longer one is put some channels in there, so you could still have the one zip but have it sectioned off, so you can have some tablets in there, say morning, afternoon and night. You could put sanitary items in there. You could even put tea bags in there if you want to as well. So it's a good little one to just put your pens and pencils in there. You can see at a glance what you've got. So that's nice and simple. And then these little ones would make great little coin pouches. Again, it would also make a nice sanitary pouch as well. Keep it nice and tidy and clean inside your bag. And as I said, you can use it as a luggage tag or an ID tag. It was so beneficial for me when I took the kids to Germany a long time ago. You know, they're 32 now, and I'd probably still make one of these for them. Boys will be boys. So I think I'm going to sell them in the shop for about $10 each. They took me, the first couple that I made took me nearly 15 minutes by the time I got my head around it, and, you know, the binding, because I'm still not very good at bindings. Yeah, jury's out on that, whether I'm going to do more. But it's a nice quick project. I did end up getting it down to under 10 minutes, so that's really good. The only cost I have is the swivel clips. I did actually buy the binding, and I have paid for my zips and labels, but the fabric itself didn't cost me anything because it's all reclaimed. So I'm going to try these in the shop for $10 each. I won't make too many more. I'll just see how they go, what people think of them, and then make a decision based on that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.